Hey, what up, though, everybody? It's BFree, and you logged on to Uknowcell.com.
What up, what up? It's the homie Uknowcell. You logged on to Uknowcell.com right now. It's the homie Uknowcell behind the cam. And of course, I got my dog BFree in this thing first time. What's the deal?
Hey, what up? What's good, bro? What's happening?
Man, chilling. How everything been going for you?
Everything good, bro. Just working, staying consistent.
Alright, let's get straight into the work, man. First and foremost, let everybody know, this may be their first time viewing you, and even if they not, just let them know a little bit of background about BFree, where you came from, and how long you've been doing music.
Man, BFree just, it all started off when I was young, bro. Probably just being in school. But if you see me, then you already know the deal. I ain't gonna talk about it. But if you haven't seen me, if you see my name on that flyer, bro, y'all gotta come to that show. That's all I got to say. But I'm gonna elaborate more because we doing this. But bro. So started off when I was young. Probably in 3rd grade doing spoken word, whatever, and then turned into rap. And then I started doing shows, and I fell in love with actual entertaining instead of just doing shows. So I started doing mosh pits, crowd surfing, and then going crazy, bro. I'm probably the most craziest Detroit artist that you're gonna see live today.
All right, so let's get into that, man. You definitely set yourself apart. And just the style of your music, and also the performance aspect. What has been one of the biggest struggles for you as an artist, being from Detroit, where quote unquote street artists are kind of like the focal point?
I mean, necessarily it wasn't a struggle. It was more of a who is this type of situation. You feel me? Because I'm from the East. You feel me? So looking at me, you wouldn't even assume that. You would think I'm from the burbs. You would think I'm from up north. But nah, I'm straight from the East. So it was just kind of, I don't know. People they was just watching. You feel me? It was more so just a distancing thing. They didn't really understand where I was coming from, because you feel me? They got buffs. I got skinny jeans. You feel me? They got you know what I mean? They got, you feel me? Like man said, Balenciagas, and I got Vans. You feel me? So it's just like different tastes. But I don't know. It was just more so just me introducing myself, or them introducing themselves to me, and just talking to know that we come from the same ends, we got the same upbringing, we from the same city, just different sounds, bro. And just learning how to coexist with each other. So it was just really just the introduction.
So
probably the hardest. So
with you being from the east side of Detroit, you talked about the difference in yourself and just what people would describe as the typical person from Detroit. What got you into those things as opposed to, like you said, buffs, with you rock Vans and they rocking Balenciaga? What got you into those things and got you into the different tastes that you have now?
Man, it was probably just, I don't know, man. I was heavy into skateboarding, you feel me, when I was young. So I used to check up on that. And the skateboarders, I used to look at what they rocked. They was rocking Vans, Nike SBs. They was skating in what is it called? I don't know. It's the big shoe. I think Osiris is whatever. But I was just peeping that they how they was dressing. But I already understood Detroit culture. You feel me? How everybody had the A's and everything. But it was just probably Cali, low key, and then probably people Kanye, Kid Cudi, really just that. You feel me?
And I mean, that was gonna be my next question as far as musically. What were your influences? But you just actually touched on a couple of those influences. I mean, and it's evident through the music and just the fashion sense that you have.
Yeah.
But you talked about just introducing yourself to that other culture or that other world of music, and them, getting familiar with you. What was the biggest turning point for you where you felt like, okay, they know who I am now?
It was probably after I won Imported. It was probably that, low key.
So
What's up?
I was just gonna say I didn't want to cut you off, but talk about that experience. Elaborate on just the imported, because I seen footage from it and stuff like that, and the set was amazing. You know what I mean? Dope performance. So elaborate on that experience and how that helped you.
It was just like, man, it just felt like I just had something to prove. You feel me? So like, I got the call from BJ. He was like, yo, I want you on imported. You know, so. Right when that happened, I just hit up my team, hit up my marketing team, my management team, my team of personal friends in general. I just sat them down and I was like, look, you guys got to understand that this is serious. You know what I mean? Like, this is the debut of like a new upcoming artist from the underground that can shake the streets. You feel me? So I know what they're expecting and I know what they're not expecting. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I know that some people know who I am, some people don't. So that's the problem. Like that's what we need to focus on. That's our focus point. So we need to figure out a strategy. We need to figure out a game plan. We need to figure out something that can help make this impact so impactful that it's undeniable. Mm-hmm. So we just, we got the little heads, the little cutouts on my heads, whatever. Got to put them on sticks so everybody's holding those up. We got posters, put them all over the walls, like movie posters, like a movie poster, but with me on it. Put them all over the walls, and then we got I had the soundtrack together. Some of the music is unreleased, but I sent it to everybody. Like, everybody I sold a ticket to, everybody that told me they was coming to the shows, even if they didn't make it out. I was like, all right, what's your email? Wrote their email down, their contact info, everything. And I sent them my entire track list. I'm like, yo, these are the songs. And they're like, bro, these ain't even out yet. I'm like, exactly. So listen to them. You feel me? Like, learn them. You feel me? Like, if you know, because this isn't just a win for me, it's a win for y'all as well. You feel me? As far as just, like, just the different side, you know what I mean? So, but... The day of the show, that was like beforehand, but the day of the show, I felt it, man. Like, I felt like, I don't know, man. I just felt like it was the fourth quarter and we was down by 10. You know what I mean? And there was like 2 minutes on the clock, bro. So it was just like, it was possible. Anything was possible within those moments. So, but it was reachable, you know what I mean? Being optimistic. Like, my team, when we're real optimistic, like, we can achieve it. You feel me? So we did the show, and I come out. I had them turn off all the lights. I come out and I do the record, Take Me Back, and there they were, bro. It was like the whole gang was there, and I was like, bet, I'm about to go crazy. So then we started going crazy. I did the first song, did the second song, which was On My Lap, and I did the third song, which was Shooting Up the Club, and that's the song, like the #1 performance song. And yeah, bro, I just went crazy. They were screaming the lyrics, and I walked into the crowd. We were supposed to do like a mosh pit thing, you feel me? Like, whatever, just like jump up and down. And next thing you know, I felt one leg go up, an arm go up, another leg go up. We didn't even practice that, bro. Pushed me up. I'm crowd surfing through the whole, through the whole venue, whatever. And everybody just watching me, you feel me? I saw Trick Trick, Helluva, BJ, everybody's face just looking like, you feel me? And they're holding me up. I'm probably in the air for like a good minute, and they're still holding me up. And then I go, I'm still, in the air. I see the stage, and I see security, like, they going crazy. They talking about something about insurance. I don't know. And then they're like, I'm holding the mic. I'm like, that way. And they just carry me back to the stage without dropping me. And I just heard this nigga Trick Trick go, like, that's love right there, nephew. They love you, nephew. And I was just like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it was wild.
So from that experience and winning that, what has that catapulted you to be able to do, with your career at this point?
Man, the first thing I did after winning that, I mean, we got the bread, obviously, but all that money, I set that aside, for like business purposes, for like traveling, whatever. Probably, I linked up with Trick Trick. I was on Shade45 with Trick Trick on at the Blue Room. So I did an interview with that, and I debuted 5 records on Shade45, and then I linked up with BJ, and I was on 107. We had the hour segment, and I did 5 records on on air in the interview. I linked up with Helluva, and I did the record with Neisha, and that was probably the coolest, craziest experience, you know what I mean? Because being in the press and me and everybody, that's expected, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But the actual studio session itself, the actual coming together and vibing and connecting, that was probably the best part about it, to be honest.
So you talked about Shooting Up the Club, which is a single that you got out now. Also a visual is out for it now. Dope record.
Appreciate you.
What can we expect from this new record that you got coming with Neisha, produced by Helluva?
Man, Man, so let's put it like this, bro. We was in the studio, and I looked at Helly, and he was like, he asked me if I was familiar with Neisha and her work and everything, and I was just chilling. And I just looked at him, I was like, man, I'm trying to crowd surf to a Helluva beat, bro. You feel me? He's like, say no more, press play. You feel me? And I was just like, all right, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, just expect it to be everywhere, bro. That's probably like all I can say. Like everything is going behind this single, man. We just gonna push, like we're pushing this, like this is it. Once they hear it, they're gonna be like, yo, he did it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's too late. Put everything aside. It's him now. You know what I mean? So.
All right. So what else does BFree have? Up its sleeve. At the end of the day, I think you are a very dope artist. The trajectory is probably endless for you for sure.
Thank you, bro.
So outside of just the music, what other things does BFree have going on?
Man, just doing youth development work. Working with kids. We on the school tour, so getting their minds right, letting them know about higher education, sex education, abstinence, drug awareness. You feel me? Starting their businesses or being a part of politics. In such a young, youthful age, and showing the importance on how important they are to to us, and not only us but society as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And obviously, some things like segments like modeling and stuff like that, but more so the whole youth development side.
All right.
Trying to get their minds right at such a young age.
All right. And one more thing I want to touch on, because I seen it, via your social media.
Mm-hmm.
You just did like a run, some shows over in Canada.
Oh, in Toronto.
In Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that experience, because you said it was Toronto Music Week or something?
No, Canadian
Music Week.
Bro,
Okay.
real, yeah.
So talk about that.
Man, so I'm chilling. So that weekend, what happened? After the whole everything with Helluva and stuff, like I've been tapped in with everybody for me, with like Empire, with like XO, tapped in with just like everybody really. So Rel Carter, he came to Detroit. He Jay-Z nephew as well. So he comes to Detroit, and he does a venue at Crowd Freak. And I'm like, all right, let me just go through. It's like a Q&A type of thing, and then like you perform for the scouts. Like they were just scouting.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and did my thing. You feel me? The whole set, whatever. And Rel called me back. He's like, yo man, send me the records. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna email you. So we just going back and forth, whatever, doing our thing. And then next thing you know, I'm in Atlanta. Like I fly to Atlanta to link up with Rel and like 14 other artists, because he was on tour. He was on a nationwide tour, scouting artists. And as soon as I texted him, I'm like, yo, I just touched down. He sends me the info to the studio and everything. He was like, all right, bet, come to the studio. I'm thinking like we just gonna come through. I'm gonna dab everybody up, chop it up, chill. Nigga, we get there, we working like nonstop for like fucking. We in the studio from like 12 to 12. You feel me? I didn't even eat. As soon as I got off the plane, we went straight to the studio, and we just did our records like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I get back. You feel me? I get a call from my manager. He like, oh, you back? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, good. You gotta go to Toronto. I'm like, for what? Like, what's in Toronto? You feel me? Like, I've been out there, but I'm just like, what's out there for me musically? As he's like, oh, they want you for Canadian Music Week. And Canadian Music Week is kind of like retrospect, kind of like our Coachella. You know what I mean, in a way. And I'm like, bet. You feel me? Hotel paid for, food paid for. I'm like, bet, I'm there. You feel me?
Right.
So I get there, bro, and it was just like, I'm just looking at the tire, and I'm just looking like, man, bro, I made it out here. You feel me? Like, it was just crazy, like a crazy experience. But no, we did the show, whatever. And it was just in Toronto. It was lit though. It was lit, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, coming by, blessing the platform.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, any last minute words you want to give to, just supporters of BFree, somebody who may be just viewing you for the first time and just now seeing this, and also let them know, where they can find you, the music, and just you on social media as well.
All right, man. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything, Google, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, anything. Just search up just official BFree. That's official BFREE. Official BFree, right? And this is what I want to leave you with. In this world, there's gonna be people that want to see you succeed. There's gonna be people that want to act like they want to see you succeed, but they just being snakes. They like, oh yeah, bro, you gonna do it, but they really doubtful of you. Do it regardless. You don't need anybody's validation. All you need is yourself. Like, if you're true to yourself, if you're true to your mental, you're true to everybody around you that you bring within this circle, do it. Like, for real. Like how Shia LaBeouf said, like, do it. You feel me? No, like, y'all gotta do it, man. Like, don't sit around and expect somebody else to do something for you. You feel me? Do it for yourself. You know, be one with yourself, love yourself, and just do it, bro. For real.
For sure. And with that, we gonna close this boy out, man. I appreciate you once again coming through.
Appreciate you.
It's Uknowcell.com. We out.
Hey.